Hey guys, I'm gonna make another quick video tonight. This one is to people who feel that they have a sensitivity before an earthquake. And I'm doing this one because I have noticed that since the Japan earthquake in 2011, several days, about 3 or 4 days before the earthquake, I wasn't feeling well. And the day before the earthquake, I felt like when I woke up, I felt like somebody had literally pulled the plug on my energy. Um, I mean, it really was bad. I thought something was seriously wrong with me. I woke up, I could barely make it from the bedroom to the bathroom, and I was terrified. I thought, man, something's so wrong with me. I was off balance. Everything was just, it was weird. It was like my perception was off. It was just the strangest thing. And no, it's not vertigo. I had vertigo once, many, many, many years ago, and it's definitely not that. It was a very strange feeling, as though everything was off, um, and my energy was just, it was so strange. It was gone. It was like I literally could barely get out of bed. And then I went to bed that night thinking, I'm going to have to go to the doctor, something's wrong. I wake up the next day, it was gone. It was completely gone. And then I turn on the TV and find out about the Japan earthquake. Well, after that, I started noticing before large earthquakes, I would get these strange sounds in my ear. Now, it's not that tinnitus or however you pronounce it. I actually get strange sounds. They sound like frequencies. That's the only way I can put it. It's like when you're changing a radio station by hand, and you think of the old radios and you hear the, as you're changing it. That is what I get in my right ear. And I started getting that, a couple years ago. I noticed I would get that sound, and at first I thought, wow, something's wrong with me, again. But then I would wake up to find out there was a large earthquake, and I thought, well, that's kind of weird. So I started putting it, two and two together, and I will get these sounds. And those of you that are earthquake sensitives, I know there are a lot of you who will balk at it and say, oh, that's stupid, that's not for real, what have you, and that's okay, you're entitled to your opinion. But I will get these sounds in my right ear, and then sure enough, a large earthquake occurs right before this past Philippine earthquake. I got the weirdest sounds again in my right ear. It just started like a frequency, somebody changing the station. And I told my son there's going to be a big earthquake. 5 days later, the sounds continued. Then the earthquake happened. They stopped. Then I started getting them again. The Chile earthquake happened. I've gotten this several times, and those of you that experience the symptoms before an earthquake, you know what I'm talking about. Same with my dogs. They are sensitive to these things, especially the female. She got super hyper. I mean, she got extremely hyper the night before that big earthquake, the Philippine, and the various other ones through the last couple of years. Uh, but this dog in particular, she gets very hyper. All of a sudden, she starts running around. She's panting. She won't get away from me. My male dog, he'll start hanging around my legs. He just stays by me. He just stays with me, and you can see them very nervous and upset. And that I also know by that. It's like something's changing, whether it be in the air, the earth, I don't know. But those of you that are earthquake sensitive, you know what I'm talking about. You get strange sounds in your ears. You get a feeling of nausea, headaches. You sometimes get a feeling that you're just off balance, almost as if the earth's energy affects you. It affects how you function. I have had days where I would wake up and I'd first hear that sound. I've actually been woken up by that noise in my ear. And sometimes it even sounds like, silly as it sounds like Morse code. It's like this weird, high-pitched sound. It's really strange. I wish I don't know how to describe it, but it's almost like a high-pitched Morse code. Sometimes it's very fast, sometimes it's very slow. And then it also sometimes has a sound like a tuning fork. And I noticed this started after, I mean, it started right before the Japan earthquake. I'd never had that before. And ever since then, I've I tend to get these sensations and these symptoms. And so those of you that experience it, I know what you're talking about. And there are people, if you will look online, there's one lady, I wish I'd have gotten her name, I should have, but anyway, there's one lady who, her family thought she was crazy, but she kept predicting earthquakes by her symptoms. And I just want to put this out there because I know there are those of you that do experience this and you tell people and they're like, yeah, right, you're crazy. I know you're not. I have had extreme symptoms sometimes where I literally, like, I will bend over to pick something up and I almost fall forward. And it's like, okay, here it is. It's back. I know it's back. I get the first little symptom. And then the noises in my ear. In fact, it has me worried because for the last, I don't know, 3, 4 nights, I've been woken up in the middle of the night with that strange frequency noise. And there are some people out there who saying it has something to do with that harp. Any of you who know about harp, HAARP, it exists, it's real. Some people are telling me maybe it's some kind of a harp signal that I'm picking up or something. I don't know. But it does actually sound like a signal. It's very strange. I wish I could describe it to you. It really does sound like a signal. And the other day I got very upset because that sound started in this ear, the frequency and the Morse code type sound, and it just kept going. Then all of a sudden it stopped. Then the next day I woke up, and in this ear all of a sudden I had the weird frequencies, which I never had in this ear. But then in this one at the same time started a very high pitched, like Morse code. It was super fast, just like a beep, 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 really weird. And so I told my son, I said, "Oh man, I have a feeling, there's a pretty something big is going to occur." And so I'm putting it out there because I know how hard it is when you are a person who experiences different things that others don't, and they just automatically just, oh yeah, right, whatever, that's bull. And it's not. There are people out there who do get strong symptoms, sensations, what have you, before an earthquake. And it's real. For those of you who think, oh, that's just crap, it's real. And when I see it in my own dogs, I remember one day my little female dog, she started acting crazy. Uh, she's a medium-sized dog, Kitty, and she started acting crazy. I mean, she was just like running through the house, jumping on the furniture, jumping in my lap. She was just like acting so crazy. And I told my son, I said, there's going to be an earthquake or one has occurred or something. And she was clinging and panting. She just couldn't stop. And then my male started freaking out too. And he's a little medium-sized dog too, my dog Capone. He started acting very weird too and very clingy. And I thought, well, that's weird. Well, then lo and behold, right here where I live, there was a mild earthquake. I mean, in the state I live in, there was a mild earthquake. And I know that these things are for real, guys. And for those of you that do experience this, I know it's real. You're not crazy. You're not some loony out there that, is making up stuff and you're just trying to get attention, what have you. I know it's real. And it does have me concerned now because I have been getting so many of these frequencies in my right ear, and it makes me, wonder what's coming, what's going to occur. And I also get this before a storm moves in, like a thunder and lightning, storm. I get strange sensations, very strange. I almost feel electrified. That's the only way I can put it. I actually almost feel electrified all over. I actually come alive, to be honest with you. Before a storm comes, I can't even tell you how happy I get, and my mood gets great, and I just feel uplifted before a thunderstorm. I can sense it coming, and so can my dog Kitty. She is incredible. In fact, she was almost spot on through the whole summer. She would wake up, it'd be clear blue skies, and she'd be and freaking out, and I was like, Kitty, there's no storm out there. I'm talking to my dog, of course. And I'm telling her, there's nothing in the sky. By that evening, we would be hit with one hell of a storm. And she was like 99% correct. She'd predict it. She'd literally start this activity, and I'd tell my son, oh, there's going to be a storm today, and he'd be like, there's not a cloud in the sky, Mom. And I'd be, I know, they didn't predict anything. And sure enough, a storm would move in. So she's very sensitive as well. Um, this earthquake thing is very strange, and I am a person who I have had dreams of an earthquake occurring, and it occurs exactly as I have dreamed it. So all those of you who have done that, you know what I'm talking about. Um, I have had dreams where I have called my sister and told her, hey, I had a dream, about her husband. I'd be like, I had a dream about him collapsing. And when she answered, she was in the hospital because her husband had just collapsed, and she's in another state. So I do get these dreams and feelings. You know what I'm talking about. You have this almost sixth sense that's beyond the normal sixth sense. I get those, and I have dreams that come true, and I have feelings about certain people that you meet somebody and you instantly think, I do not like that person, like this invisible wall goes up. You know what I'm talking about. It's a some call it a gift, some call it a curse. I don't know. It's just who you are. And I've, I've had this for many, many years of my life. But this earthquake thing has gotten pretty pronounced, and it doesn't seem to fail. And so right now I am concerned because I keep getting it in my right ear. And it comes on, guys. I'm telling you, it's just like a, and then in between that, just a beep, 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 beep. And then the sound of like a tuning fork, like ding, ding. I mean, it is the strangest thing ever. And then when the earthquake occurs, it vanishes. It's like gone. So I don't know what's causing it, guys, but I know what's been occurring within me for a long time, the feelings I get. Um, Sometimes I do get that extreme nausea, headaches, off balance, dropping things out of the blue, and then when the earthquake occurs somewhere, it's gone. I mean, it's just gone as soon as that earthquake occurs. And I don't know that it's occurred. I'll like get online because I don't watch TV. I rarely watch TV. I'll get online, check CNN News real quick or Fox just to see if there's anything major going on. And then I'll see, 7.8 earthquake occurred or whatever. And I'm just like, wow. And it happens a lot. So, guys, I just want to put this out there to you, to all you earthquake sensitive people, and those of you that have that extra sense about things in life. You're not crazy. It is real. It is a very profound thing sometimes. And if you tell people about it and they act like you're crazy, too bad for them. You know what you feel. You know what sensations and symptoms you get before anything occurs, and that's all you need to know. And if you do get these things before an earthquake, start keeping track of them. Write it down. Write the date. Write what time they started. If it's the ear thing or the physical thing, whatever, write it down and wait and see. The last time I did two in a row, I got the sounds and I was like, oh shoot, there's a big earthquake at the Philippines, the Chile one. Um, and I'll never forget the one before Japan. That just blew me away. I mean, I literally felt like my energy level was completely taken out of my body, and I was nauseous and dizzy. And then the next day I wake up and earthquake has occurred, and every symptom I had was gone. So guys, all you sensitives out there, I know where you're coming from. Whether it be for earthquakes or weather, the weather definitely affects me. I can sense when something's coming in too, and it affects me. I get very positive. It makes me feel very happy, feel very good, and I don't know why, but it does. And of course, my little dogs, their little telltale stuff tells me too. So anyway, guys, just want to put it out there that you're not nuts. I know what you're going through. And earthquake sensitives are real, as well as other sensitives to various other things in life. It's real. Uh, you can have people tell you you're crazy, and who cares? You can't live your life trying to please everybody. It just won't work. Just know that what you're feeling, I understand, and it is real. And I can't tell you the number of dreams I have had. It's countless how many dreams I have had that did come true exactly as I dreamt them. Uh, there's no other words, no other way to put it other than it does feel almost kind of magical, you know. because so many of my dreams have come true in ways that I can't. There's just too many I couldn't even go into. There's so many. Um, so some of us do. Some of us have this whatever inside of us. My mother, when I was 16, she told me that I was like my grandfather, who apparently had this ability to sense things. And she used to say, "Yep, you're like your grandfather. He was the same way." And there are many times I've told people in my life about something and it did occur, many, many times. Or I got a feeling about somebody and I'd say, "I don't like that person," and they'd be like, "Oh, you're crazy, he's wonderful," or "She's wonderful," and then bam, come to find out the truth, that person was just what I said they were when within meeting them. The minute I met them, I'd be like, "I don't like this person, you better be careful," and I'd be told, "Oh, you know what you're talking about." And lo and behold, not too long after, I'd hear the news about what this awful person did. So anyway, guys, talk to you later. All you sensitives out there, if you have the ear ringing, ear sounds, physical symptoms of headaches, stomach aches, nausea, off balance, dizziness, um, and there's a lot of other symptoms that go along with it, just depending on your individual case, I guess you could say. And if you notice that you do see an earthquake appears or happens after you have these sensations, then you do have a sensitivity. And I'm talking true sensitive, true sensitives. I'm not talking about people who sit there and go, "Oh my gosh," they're like some of these stupid psychics. "Oh my gosh, there's going to be a huge earthquake in the next 6 months in California." "Oh, really? Like that's not possible in an earthquake-prone zone like that." I'm talking you people who actually get those feelings and symptoms where you know something is occurring, whether it be weather, earthquake, or even something just happening, happening in your surrounding area or in the country or something. You just get this feeling. You know what I'm talking about. Those of you that experience it know. You wake up one day and you feel like, "Oh my God, something's going to happen today, something bad or something good," or whatever the case may be. You know what I'm talking about, where you just get the sense something is happening. So anyway, guys, it's real. You're not nuts, and I hope you have a good night. And start marking down, writing down, whether it be because of earthquakes or just write down the day you feel something strange. Like today, I feel something weird's going to happen, something bad, or maybe there's a sense of a certain person or place or whatever. Write it down. You might surprise yourself. Talk to you later, guys. Bye bye.